Hi, welcome to Align with Ariana. I am Ariana, of course, your favorite psychic medium. I am able to go beyond the veil of life and death to connect with spirits that are sometimes nice and sometimes not so much. So I want to welcome you here to my channel. I want to thank you for coming back. I know this is a new space, so many of you are really concerned about what's going on. I will be connecting with the higher guides, my higher source. Let's go ahead and get started with this reading. Okay, so initially connecting with this energy of the 2020 election. I do see a couple of things that will be changing or coming up. I do see that the election will be postponed and there will not be any forward movement of the election. There are going to be a lot of things that are going to cause a shift in why the election cannot move forward. I do see that there is a lot of efforts on both parts to try to get Trump in the office as well as Kamala. But this reading is specifically on Kamala Harris and her energy, and so many of you are concerned. Spirit does know that so many of you are very concerned about what is going on. I do feel upon connecting with my higher guides, my higher self, and the higher self of her is that the agenda for her is not necessarily an agenda of peace, love, protection, and a unity energy for all. I do sense that she has a contract or some sort of an agreement with an organization that has caused her to be connected to this energy of some source in some way. She does have a connection from her grandfather and possibly a connection through a male figure within her family that goes down the line in politics. Now, many of you want to know the biggest question of all is she considered to be black? A lot of people are trying to base their decision off of the color of someone's skin, which I personally think that's ridiculous. It's no way that you can really truly know unless you start vetting a lot of things for yourself and seeing if the information lines up for yourself. I think it's very irresponsible, but however, I am just covering it from a third point perspective. So when I connect with this energy, the first part of the energy that I am seeing and I am connecting with is that I do see that there could be some things that are going on with her paperwork and testing. I do see, however, there was some sort of forgery that had went on. Now, I do want to say that I have no proof of this. This is me connecting in the spiritual realm to see what is going on with Kamala Harris in general. You guys requested it, so I'm doing it. So when I connected with it, I am seeing there is some sort of forging or some sort of manipulation within the paperwork as it relates to her skin color and as it relates to her documentation of who her father is. Now, I do see that her father has some strong connections. I don't know why I'm picking up a lot of Korea information, okay? I'm picking up a lot of informational ties or connection to Korea. Okay, and the ties that they have, they go back very, very strong with her, and this is possibly her grandfather's energy. Okay, so this is possibly her grandfather's energy. This is a strong connection, you guys. I get a very, very bad feeling, and this is not to persuade anyone. This is not to make you try to change a decision or come forth to create a new decision in your way of thinking and who you choose to exercise your vote with if you do decide to vote. However, what I am connecting with is only spirit here, and what I am picking up is that I pick up a very weird, bad off feeling about this. So when I'm connecting with the energy, the feeling is not cohesive. I do see that there are a lot of contracts, and I see that Kamala is able to get into her position because of the fact of her grandfather or a great grandfather that she has connections or ties to with Korea. I do see that a lot of documentation has possibly been twisted or actually recreated to make it seem like there is some sort of connection to African descent or to being black, but I do not see that connection. I do not see the connection within the bloodline, but I do see that there is some sort of connection via paperwork. Now, that's not to say that the spirits that I'm connecting with, that's not to say that they're saying that she is not black, but I do have a strong connection with my spirits and my spirit guides, and there, what I am picking up, that there is no connection with black or African descent or anything that of a melanated skin tone. I do pick up some connection to Korea though, and when I pick up the connection to Korea, this could be through paperwork connection, but it's actually very much tied to some sort of blood work, some sort of lineage or ancestor work. So what I am seeing, that this is a domination. Okay, so a lot of people are in this situation for control, to see who can control the next energy or change the aerodynamics, or just the dynamics in general of the world in which it's forming and the way it is going to go. Now, I want to let you guys know that this is a warning. I want to let you know that this is my disclaimer. I am not here to start fear mongering or to create any type of obstacles for you as it relates to your decision. Your decision is your decision alone, but I am here and this content is solely me connecting with my spirit guides. It is not to harm or hurt anyone. My content is my content, and this is something that I am connecting with. Wow, this dress won't stay up today. It's such a pretty dress, but it won't stay up. But when I connect with spirit in this realm, I get a very, very bad feeling. Now, one thing that I do get that is very common in this energy that I keep seeing that pops up is a disconnection or some tides with a sun. Okay, I feel very, very strongly what spirit is telling me, that Kamala from spirit is saying that there could have been some connections to Kamala and young African males. So I am picking up a lot of black boys that are connected and tied with her energy. So I see the separation of her leaving and actually having something to do with young boys and releasing them like there's some sort of sale or some sort of documentation. So I do see some sort of exchange that went on between young males and some documents as it relates to monies as well. Now, this is very, very heavy information. I know that this is something that I'm coming forth with. I'm not sure what any other psychic has covered on this, on her connecting with her energy, and I frankly don't care, because this is what my spirit guides are guiding me on my path and my direction, and it is my job and my duty to make sure that I am expressing some sort of light in all situations, no matter who or no matter what. So I know that my spirit guides are here and they are protecting me, and my ancestors are protecting me along the way to make sure that everything that I am doing and connecting with is for the better and for the higher good of the divine, of the energy of growth, of process. Now I am seeing currently some sort of grid lock. Okay, there could be very possible in the next coming 2 months there is going to be a grid lock right before elections. So I am not seeing that elections will happen. I am seeing that things will be shut down, and my spirit guides are saying a grid lock. And the grid lock could be through a computer system. It could be a physical grid lock where people are not able to leave their home or go out only for specific purposes. But I am seeing some sort of grid lock that will shut things down. The shutting of this grid lock could put a blockage within the voting process, and it could be also used to manipulate or do some things as it relates to the voting process. So I want to remind you guys that there will be some issues with voting. A lot of electronic manipulation will be involved. So many people come forth wondering if their vote does count. I do see there is a lot of electronic manipulation that is moving forth in this situation. I also see that there is, like I mentioned before, there is going to be some sort of gridlock or some sort of shutdown. So with that being said, Spirit is also showing me the number 8. A lot of this energy is definitely divine manipulated energy, but a lot of karmic energy is attached to her past. A lot of karmic energy is attached to her present. A lot of karmic energy is attached to her purpose. When I connect with Spirit, what I am seeing is that the number 8 represents a lot of karmic patterns and a lot of karmic times for her. Many things have showed up in her life where she has been responsible for a lot of lives as it relates to Black males. Okay, and this is what I am seeing. I don't know this girl. I don't read the news. I don't know this woman from a can of paint. Okay, I'm not here to give you my personal point of view. I'm here to give you the view of Spirit, and that is it. When I am connecting with her, I see a lot of soul ties with her in Black males, and this is going to be very, very important because I see it as a self-destructive energy or as a destructive energy, whether it's something that she has coerced and been coerced to do, or something that that there's some sort of contract in. I do see that there is a lot of karmic energy that is tied and associated with her name, with her energy. There is a lot of karmic energy. I do see that deeds and debts will be paid out for her this season. Now, the deeds and the debts that I keep seeing that will be paid out, I am not sure how that will come about, but I see in the spiritual aspect that the wheel, it has already been turning. Okay, this is going to be an energy right now that we're getting ready to go into, and I kind of want to shift a little bit to this. What I'm feeling from Spirit is that I'm feeling a deep, heavy connection to some energy that's going to be changing, like I said, over the next 2 months, to make sure it is almost like an unlocking of a wheel. There's going to be a wheel of fortune, or a unlocking of the wheel, or some turn of event that will occur within the next 2 months. This turn of event will occur with some sort of grid locking, some sort of energetic or computer shutdown, whether that keeps you from going in and out of your home, or whether it keeps you from just being stay put in your home. I do feel that this energy is very, very strong, and it's actually being worked out at the very moment. I do see a lot of key players that are very, very much involved in this. A lot of the names that are being mentioned are very, very heavy. Now, a lot of these are CEOs. A lot of these are like CEO of companies. A lot of these are directors and operations of major systems. The system is breaking down. The construct is literally crumbling and falling apart. Now, I do see where there is something that is trying to be put in place with okay, so I cannot discuss that. I'm sorry, I cannot discuss that. It's something that is going on, that is being put in place right now, that I cannot discuss. And this is actually to combat or stop some energies, and it's a very strategic plan that I keep seeing. But I cannot discuss it because obviously, for obvious reasons, it's more than likely going to not be helpful if someone is trying to combat or work against this energy to help better will the future of you and I, of the world, of moving into a higher way of thinking. But it's very, very important. I wish I could share it with you guys, but I definitely can't share that. My spirit guides put a block on it. I will say that you guys need to use so much discernment during this time. Follow your intuition and follow the gut feelings. No longer will it be a point of time where you have to log on and listen to what a popular TV sources or popular people that you're used to seeing say, because a part of your life is completely changing. Most people are waking up. Your DNA is being elevated in some sort of consciousness, and you do have some sort of responsibility into the world to move forward into your purpose in your life without depending on a system or a structure. Now, that is not my personal opinion. This is what I am still connecting with spirit. Throughout this whole time, I will be connecting with spirit because that is what I do. Now, I do feel, like I mentioned before, it's very important to hold fast to your thought process and what you feel intuitively. Pay attention to the time, because I do see that there's some sort of manipulating of energy and time, and I see this as being something that has been a reset and a system through a cosmic energy. This is some heavy energy. That something, it was a dial back on energy to try to reset people's awakening of consciousness to slow down. But a lot of things had sped up very quickly. It is a lot of reasons that I'm not going to go into here now. If you would like another video on that, please let me know and I'll be happy to connect with you on that. And also, you guys, send me suggestions of the videos that you would like. I do take account to some of the suggestions that you send. I always check with spirit first before I make any sort of connection. I do feel that this is not great energy. Now, I want to pull the cards or the card energy on Kamala to see what is the tangible, what we need to know now. Kamala Harris. Now, there is some sort of abuse that I am picking up on with her energy, with Kamala Harris energy. I am picking up on some sort of abuse. And ironically, I'm seeing some sort of abuse attached to her. But I'm also seeing some sort of abuse that she is carrying out. This is not good energy. So she is working very hard. And here we go. Absolutely. The Wheel of Fortune. I just talked to you guys about this moment, right? And here we go. Do you see this? Do you see it? I hope you do. The Wheel of Fortune talks about the change or the turn of events, some things that are going on, and it talks about fixed energy, that some people are willing to get her into the office at all costs. So I will be very cautious about actually taking part into any of this show, because it does seem like some sort of orchestrated show that is being put on or moved forward during this time. I'm also seeing that someone is working very hard, so they are doing a lot of things behind the scene. You guys, this is not the time to look at things as face value. This is time to actually see past things, to see what is actually really going on. This is really deep and it's really heavy. And I am not afraid to actually talk about this or expose or do anything that is a part of my light work and part of the things that I need to do to help raise consciousness. I am fully protected and fully aware of what is going on. I am of sound mind, sound body, sound spirit, and sound soul. Anything that I speak and I declare right now, I am in my right mind. So I am letting you guys know that this energy that is moving forward is doing everything at all costs to promote you to stay in some sort of grid locking, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. These things are being done behind your back. I see the wielding of the energy, so there are a lot of energies that are behind the scenes that are trying to move her vote forward. I will be very cautious of a lot of people that are trying to push an agenda. Make sure you're aware of people that you are following, the people that you're listening to, because some people are now being a part or mixed into the construct. But in order to break free and move from this energy, you have to declare sovereignty in your body, in your mind, your spirit, and soul, and know that you are an individual that holds your own power and your own truth, and no one can deter you from that. Now, I do also see that Kamala has sacrificed or some sort of family awakening or having a family, having growth. That is not something that she's desired. She is not here for that. She is very, very strategic in all the things that she do. She will try to play or throw in a family or some sort of ties or connections. Like you guys asked me before, is there some sort of connection to her and her being black and her father being that way, and it's just not communicated that way on her birth certificate? What I am connecting to when I connect to spirit, I do sense that there is no connection. I sense there is a heavy obligation to her in Korea, whether the connection is through blood or paperwork, I am not sure. Now, what I am also seeing through the spiritual realm, like I said, is the wheel of fortune or the change of events. I talked about this, I mentioned this earlier, I connected on it in the psychic realm, and now it has come out in the tangible for you to see. This is something that is very, very common. So I want to thank you guys for aligning with Ariana. And if you would like your own personal reading, please visit www.alignwithariana.com for more details, for more goodies, for more working your magic. Peace, love, wadu. Bye.